After a possible police officer impersonation in our area, we're talking with officers about how to stay safe on the roads. That's coming up. But first tonight, the city of Mason City is moving forward now after a failed hotel agreement. A key part of the Mason City downtown revitalization project has fallen through, even after making use of a 30-day extension that was built into the agreement between G8 Development and the city of Mason City. The San Diego developer could not meet a deadline to break ground. We often tell stories of crimes here on the news and how that crime sometimes hits close to home for some. An alleged crime this morning hit close to home for us here at KIMT. And tonight, 2 people are in jail. KIMT News 3's Brian Tabak shows us what happened. Well, tonight we are hosting a candidate forum, giving you a chance to meet the candidates vying to fill the open at-large seat on the Mason City City Council. That forum is going to be held tonight from 7 to 8. It'll be streamed live on KIMT.com. To watch that, click on Streaming Newscasts under the Video tab. The top 2 vote-getters from this past September's special election, Andy O'Brien and Paul Adams, will be here to answer questions. KGLO News Director Bob Fisher and I will be moderating. The election is going to be on December 6th. A North Iowa man will see some money coming his way after settling a lawsuit filed against the Mason City Police Department. 40-year-old Christopher Alcorn was charged with assault in 2014. Well, it is that time of year when you see a lot of Christmas lights and decorations going up. We are taking a look at what goes into one of the largest displays in our area. And it's starting to look like Christmas too, so the lights actually look a little nicer now. You have to have a little bit of snow to have Christmas lights out. Chief Meteorologist Tyler Roney is in the Storm Team 3 Forecast Center. So this is kind of just what a lot of people are ordering right now.
I was going to, just a little bit of that light snow. It's very festive, like you said. If you're looking at lights or doing anything like that, well, it's perfect weather for that tonight. Temperatures staying above freezing, so the roads are going to be in good shape, at least for the next few hours. Here's our live eye in the sky right now looking over Mason City, and it is still overcast. And as you see, we have a few drops on the lens, so we are still seeing that light precipitation falling across the area. Here's what things look like on Storm Tracker Doppler radar. Again, very, very light. This system is beginning to wrap up a little bit now, which is good. So the light snow that we're going to see this transition into will continue for tonight, but then we will start to see this wrapping up pretty early tomorrow morning. Some slippery spots on roads will be possible, mainly after midnight tonight and very early tomorrow, but not a very snow-heavy system by any means. I know we're heading into December tomorrow, and people kind of want that big snowstorm very soon.
And we're thinking that there may be the possibility of some snow a bit middle of next week, right? Now the story that I'm hearing from you is on this subject is a lot different than what I'm seeing say on Facebook or social media.
Right.
There are some horror stories out there. Right?
Something we have to kind of combat, kind of those fake news stories, if you will.
But if you see that picture, it's a real picture. It's just, you just need to know how to interpret it. Thanks, Tyler. Well, the weather is noticeably colder, and although it may stop some from exercising outside, not all are put off by that thought. KIMT News 3's Megan Hoffman is showing us how to keep safe out in the elements. That video clearly from a prior year.
Yes.
Don't have that much snow on the ground right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We are getting an update on a 10-year-old girl who was hit by a car while riding her bike earlier this month. The latest on her condition is coming up. But first tonight, one person was hurt after a train and SUV collided today in Charles City. Authorities say the driver of the vehicle did suffer minor injuries and that the crash happened at a spot where the crossing guard arms did not come down to block the crossing. Turns out that is normal when there's only one train car, as there was in this case. There have to be more cars to trigger those arms. A young girl is continuing her long road to recovery after being hit by a car while riding a bike in Rochester this month. 10-year-old Nancy Ogok spent 2 weeks in a medically induced coma after breaking a leg and both of her arms. Now we are getting an update on how she is doing from those close to the family. KIMT News 3's Dee Dee Stephen joins us live in Rochester with the story. Once it gets to be the season, a lot of attitudes start to shift on the whole snow, no snow dilemma.
Different a week ago than it is now. Now we want snow.
Changes quick. Yeah. Thanks, Tyler. All right, Emily, thank you very much. We'll be hearing more from this witness in our newscast this evening. Veal is being held on $1 million bond at the Cerro Gordo County Jail. He has a court appearance set for December 6th. What started out as a normal trip to work took a very negative turn for one KIMT employee today. Billy Kraft says as he was parking his car outside the station in Mason City, another driver brandished a gun. So Kraft called police, who then arrested 18-year-old Jack Hovenga and 36-year-old Brady Hunt on a charge of intimidation with a dangerous weapon. That weapon turned out to be an airsoft gun. I'm still having trouble comprehending that we had tornadoes today. And do you think, in looking at the numbers, the margin of victory here, that there is any chance that any of these states could be overturned, let alone enough to throw this election back to Hillary Clinton? Well, speaking of danger for the future here, Donald Trump has made it very clear that as far as the email scandal is concerned, he doesn't want to see any more prosecution of Hillary Clinton for that. But the way he phrased that, you think, is telling. And speaking of NFL Sunday, you've got 3 unhappy news people right here. We'll start to my right.
Yes.
Seattle, how'd they do?
They did not look good at all today. Lost to Tampa Bay. They struggle a little bit.
But as I just said, Tampa Bay beat the Bears, so they've got to be pretty good, right?
You're a little unhappy. We saw the highlights.
Yeah, I'm 11 drops by one count. 11 drops by wide receivers, including 2 at the end of the game in the end zone. That was fun to watch. And how about, let's just relive one more time, old Thanksgiving Day. How'd the Vikes do? Back here at home, the Christmas spirit is on display. Northbridge Mall in Albert Lea is hosting the annual Festival of Trees again this year. The theme of 2016 is Home for Christmas. Today was the first day the event was open to the public, giving folks a chance to see more than 40 Christmas trees decorated in different lights and themes. For one designer, the overall theme this year presented a chance to use items from her childhood. There is an effort underway to save a historic building. The St. Ansgar Elementary School is no longer being used, and so far the only group to come forward with plans for that facility has plans to tear it down. KIMT News 3's Stefante Randall shows us what other plans may be out there.
But that's enough for sports tonight. Unfortunately, this is news I don't want to share. It's our final night as a family of 4 here at KIMT. Matt, your last day at the station is Sunday, but it's your last night with us tonight.
The last night, the whole crew is together. That's right. I'll be back for the regular Sunday shift.
That's right. Today's the last day. So to say goodbye, we put a little something together, a series of Matt mannerisms. He has no idea that we're going to miss. Take a look.
All right. Fantastic.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's Trending at 10. KIMT News anchor Matt Bradley strikes again with another ridiculous celebration over the littlest things in sports. Blackhawks win, baby!
Another thing Matt's known for is being late to the studio.
2, 1.
Good evening, I'm Matt Bradley. Topping the headlines today in our news, President-elect Trump is picking more cabinet members.
And take Katie.
Trending tonight, you no longer need data to watch your favorite Netflix shows. Oh, sorry, I'm in Matt's spot. Matt, maybe you want to take your box with you.
And Matt, you and I have been together the longest, 6 years to be exact here at KIMT. So that's 10 shows a week, 52 weeks in a year, times 6 years. So we multiply all that together, 3,120 shows together, Matt. I'm not sure, though, how many you've actually paid attention to or even heard, because you got this crazy obsession with headphones. What's all that about? But if there's one thing I want you to hear tonight, we'll miss you, my friend.
Wow.
Oh, that's just true to you.
I don't do any of that.
Spot on.
Yeah, it was pretty
Those
good.
are all spot on.
Yeah, those are pretty,
Pretty
those
good.
are pretty close.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. That was fantastic.
Yes.
I can't believe you did that. That was a great surprise.
Good luck on your next
I love
venture.
being made
It's been
fun of.
Is that right?
Have a great night.
I'll see you.